So here's our first interview of the summer for our Basketball Skills Challenge Facebook page. We are very happy to have Abby Brown and Jaden Wilder with us here today. And both the girls are graduated this year, and they are here to talk about their basketball journey and some other things to bring to you guys. Jaden Wilder and Abby Brown have very similar accolades. They were both Cadillac News All-Area First Team, Record Eagle Dream Team Second Team, BCAM Best Division III First Team, Associated Press Honorable Mention, and both were BCAM Academic All-State. Jaden currently has 1,072 points, which is sixth in Matin history, and Abby has 1,256 points, which is fifth in Matin's history. Very similar accolades. So, girls, just say a quick hello, and we'll go on.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so we first have to start this interview out with the way the season's ended. Obviously, everybody had high expectations. Myself, players, the community had high expectations for us. Just quickly talk about how you felt when they first canceled the postseason, and then talk about how you were feeling when they actually suspended it. I'm sorry, when they actually said it's done, it's over.
At first, I think I was shocked. It was definitely surreal. I didn't really know what to think. And then when they finally canceled it, it kind of was a sick feeling because you just kept thinking about what could have been and what we could have accomplished after finally winning districts and getting past that. It just honestly was super disappointing.
Yeah, I agree with Jaden 100%. At first I was super shocked, and actually I could not believe what was happening. Still right now with everything being canceled and stuff still closed, it still doesn't feel real at all.
Yeah, when it first happened, like you guys were saying, it was super surreal because you weren't really living it. But then after like 2 or 3 weeks, you're understanding that the virus is here and it's life or death, and it's just like, okay, this is for real. And it still kind of just tore that out of your heart, knowing that you're not going to play. But then, as a human being, you understand that this is the best thing, for us to do. Unfortunately, with that being said, we were 22-2, district champs, first time in 20 years, and like one of the only times reaching the regionals. How does that make you feel as a player?
Makes me feel like, I don't know, motivated and accomplished, I guess. But at the same time, it makes me wish we could have finished the season even more because we finally accomplished that. And that's something that all of us seniors had worked for since we started. And so to get that taken away from us, which I understand it, but it still is super disappointing.
Yeah, and I think after the 4 years of coming so close to districts every time, we finally got it our senior year, and it was all hype, and everybody was there for us, and then it just got ripped out of our hands. It was definitely disappointing, but I still, the season was still great, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah. Very good. Now, I have to bring up before we go on to our next questions, both of your girls' health status in the districts and regionals. Jaden with your sprained ankle during our district semifinal, a very high, severe sprained ankle. And then Abby with your influenza. I think you got it the eve before district finals or during that week. Both you girls played hurt or sick, and a lot of girls probably wouldn't have been able to play. Just kind of talk about it, and Jaden, yours is gonna be a little different because of its injury. Just talk about like your mindset. Like, did you know that you were going to play in that game?
When it happened Wednesday, I was so disappointed and so honestly mad. Like I was mad. I knew like it's no one's fault. Not like I couldn't necessarily control that, but I was so angry because I knew I had to play Friday. And so Thursday, I stayed home and iced it and did everything I possibly could to get it better, I guess. And then Friday, I think it was Friday morning, my dad came downstairs and I was icing, I was doing heat, I was moving it, doing as much as I could, and I honestly couldn't even really walk on it. My dad's like, "Are you going to play?" And I like looked at him, completely confused, and I was like, yes, like there's no doubt in my mind that I was at least going to attempt to play, not knowing how good that was going to be or if I was going to be like helpful at all. But I knew that I wasn't, that could have potentially been my last game, and I was playing in that game no matter what.
Did you think, Jaden, before Abby responds, that obviously Lake City's a tough opponent, and we scored only 26 points, and I believe you had 14 or 16 of those 26. Do you think with that one ankle that you would be able to do something like that?
No, I didn't. I think that mentally I had to like come together and just realize that I was going to give it my all because it could have been my last game. And I knew that obviously I was going to be in pain and I was going to have to fight for it. And that's just what I did. It's just something that I had to mentally get there. I had to be mentally tough, and it was obviously worth it.
Now, Abby, yours is a little bit different, being sick and all, and with influenza was really coming around during that time. And just talk about how you felt, and then just the motivation to get through it and play the games.
Yeah, I was doing everything I possibly could. I was taking all the medicine that I was supposed to, drinking lots of fluids, and influenza isn't a thing that just, you get one day and it's gone the next day. It stays around for a week or two, and I knew that it wasn't going to go away in just one day. So mentally, I just knew that I couldn't let my team down, and I had to fight through it with everything that I got, because, like Jaden said, it could have been our last game.
Yeah, very well. Now, our next segment, I just want to talk about kind of when you guys are growing up, because this Facebook page is for our youth, and we want them to get better, kind of like you guys did. Is there any specific drills that you practice that you think really helped you become a good player at this point in time?
Personally, when I work out, I like to mix it up because I don't know, I get sick of doing the same thing over and over again. But the biggest thing I can say is never like go away from the basics. Like when I warm up, I still do the ball handling drills, and then you advance from there. You start out with one ball, you warm up your hands, you do the same things, then you add two balls in, then you start moving with it. Same thing with shooting. You start with the mic-ins, the reverse mic-ins, the form shooting. That's the kind of stuff I would say that you need to repeat, and that needs to be done over and over again. The other drills, I mean, have fun with the other drills, try different things out, but I think that when you start, you should always come back to those basics.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the basics. And when I was younger, I did a lot of shooting because I preferred to shoot. So I did 500 to 1,000 form shooting every day. My dad would rebound for me, and I would just get shots up. And right in my driveway, we didn't have the best hoop or the best place to be. It wasn't always in a gym. Anywhere works.
No, that's good. Jaden, do you have a specific, like Abby said, she tried to shoot 500 to whatever 1,000 shots. Do you have a specific number that you like to do each time?
Typically, if I'm going to do a shooting workout, I try to make at least 500 shots, mixing it up between three-pointers, jump shots, stuff like that. So typically I try to focus on makes, because I feel like it forces me to not necessarily just go through the motion, but to, like, if I do miss a shot, it helps me to analyze what I did wrong, what I did differently,